Here we have a new 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid. This one comes in the SEL trim level in transmission blue. And then we have gray cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder hybrid engine, and that's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. But as we come around to the front end here, we get that signature new Sonata front end, very futuristic, LED daytime running lights and LED headlamps, and the light bar doesn't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking it up. As we come around to the wheels here, these are gonna be 17-inch alloy. I like the design there. It also kind of helps with fuel efficiency. Passive keyless entry on the front. And then to the door panel here, we get one-touch automatic up and down windows on the front, regular power windows on the back, rear window lock is there, and then we have our power door lock controls, power mirror controls. We do get blind spot monitors. And then we have an electronic parking brake, trunk release, 12 battery reset, traction control. Hood release is there. You get a manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And there's our power driver's seat. We get 2-way power lumbar support there. So I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's go ahead and check out this rear seat room. So not terrible space back here. I could probably lean the seat back up a little bit more, but these seats are pretty wide. But I mean, the big thing is headroom is still pretty good, because I can fix this here, but the roof line is just tall enough so I'm not scratching my head up against it. So rear AC vents are there, 2 USB-C charge ports. View of the front from back here. In the middle seat, fold that down, bottle holders are here. Top tethers for the car seats right in there. And then we have our grab handle. We can hang a shirt or a pair of pants right there if we so choose. And then we can see, I'll show it because it's here. I love these that kind of like you push down and then the anchor's in there for your car seats without having to like take a piece apart and then you lose that or whatever. Fuel caps there. And as we come around to the back end, LED tail lamps. And another great job by Hyundai, just making a very futuristic, quirky design here. There's the release, plenty of space in the cargo area. Lift this up, we have an inflator kit there. And then you can fold the seats flat by pulling here on either side. And I'll show you how that works. We'll come around to the rear passenger side, pull this down, and that'll fold flat and you can run longer objects through to the front, and then pretty easy to snap it back into place. And I forgot to mention, we get the netted side pocket on this side, but we don't have any behind the driver's seat. Love the front passenger side gets power here. Was not expecting that actually on this SEL. And then a little side pocket there, glove compartment here. Love the trim and how it goes across the entire front end there. But I want to give a big shout out to Hyundai of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Sonata Hybrid today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find a Sonata Hybrid deal in your area, go ahead and click that link down below, and I can make sure that the local dealers get you the best price on one of those. But $32,455 is the sticker. And those fuel economy numbers are incredible. 44 city, 51 highway. So back around to the front end. I can get this latch here. The engine just scared me. As soon as I opened the hood, it just came to life. But again, a 2-liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine here. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. Look at all these features here. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here, and I like the design having the 4 dots there. Horn sound is there. Now over here to the radio, we get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. And And then we also get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility with the USB. Love the hybrid setup here, so you can kind of see how efficient you're being, your fuel economy, electric motor use, and then in real time, when the engine is charging the battery or when the electric motor is giving power to the wheels, so on and so forth. And that just goes to show you that you can use the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto there for your maps. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then down below here we have shortcuts. Navigation favorite button is there. Hazards here, volume's there, click there to turn the audio off. And the sound system in here is actually very good. I tested it out on the way over here, so I'm very impressed by that. You can kind of seek here, or tune here, excuse me, with that knob. Dual zone automatic climate controls, 3-stage heated front seats, and then we can adjust fan speed here, which is pretty neat. Turn the whole system off there or set it to driver only. 2 USB-C charge ports are there. You can run your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto through this one, and then fast charging through that one. 12 volts here, and then that's a wireless charging pad indicator. The actual pad is right here, so when I put my phone right there, that indicator will turn orange when it's charging. Now for the drive modes, you just push this button. You have Eco, Sport, My Drive, and it'll show you what drive mode you're in right there in the middle of the gauge cluster. You have an auto brake hold there, and then you have a shortcut for the camera there. You can turn that on or off. Bottle holders, little storage pocket. Then center console cubby space. There's a view of the back seat from up here. Then lights are there. Vanity mirror for the front. And now back to the steering wheel. Stock on the left side, blinkers. You have auto high beams as well as your auto low beams there. So when you're in auto mode, you can toggle those auto high beams there. And then you have intermittent wipers over here, one time off, intermittent low high. You can adjust the intermittent frequency right in there, and then pull up here for the front wiper fluid. You get paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, so I'm gonna try and test those out because I'm just interested to see how that'll work. And then audio sources can be toggled there, and you can set up what's pulled up there. I'll show you because I'm gonna use this favorites button for the steering wheel. So that's the custom button steering wheel. And then you have the custom button on the radio. And then the mode button you can toggle if you just want to do Bluetooth and let's say phone projection and then have nothing else on, you could do that, and that's how you could set that up. But volume can be turned up or down here, click there to mute, and then you can go through your track list or radio station favorites there. And then all of your smart cruises here, so you could turn that on, adjust the gap, lane centering, adjust speed, pause and resume. And then this goes through your sub menus in the middle here. And then when applicable, you can use this as a scroll bar to go through those options. So tire pressure sensors, engine temper there. And then you can go through your trip meter here. And I like to see this view. I just love that. And then for the shifter, pull it down for reverse, pull up for drive, tap down from either direction for neutral, press P for park right there. Push button start. Finally, here's a key fob, and unfortunately, we do not have remote start on this model here. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid SEL out on the road for a test drive. Now, starting the test drive in this Sonata Hybrid SEL, it's kind of weird that we don't have a normal drive mode. I have Eco, Sport, and then I just have the My mode that I can go ahead in, or My Drive that I can configure. But the Eco it's okay. Probably better for highway driving, but the Sport, I feel like you can kind of tame to be a normal drive mode. And then if you do want to get the full-on output of the powertrain, you can just floor it, and that won't be a big issue. And I do like that we have the paddle shifters as well. So you can just kind of pull those on the fly whenever. And you actually get pretty good pull there. And then just hold that plus paddle to get it back into the normal drive mode. Or the automatic shifting mode, I should say. But even though it's a cloth interior, I like that we get the power driver seat with the power lumbar support. And then we have the power front passenger seat as well. Really not, it's cloth, you know, it's a cloth seat, but I don't feel like the H-Techs would really put this to shame as much as other cloth seats in Hyundais. These are actually pretty supportive. A lot of that has to do with just the power adjustability, but it's pretty nice just overall. And I will say the sport mode is fun because the downshifts don't even make sense for this to be a hybrid. It's very, very sporty. Now it is, I don't want to say it's strained, but it is just a bit, it's weird driving it like this. It feels like it wants to rev hot. And then you also have the eco mode as well, which doesn't necessarily want to rev hot, but you know. It's a very interesting dynamic here, just having the eco and the sport. I feel like you need a normal mode right there in the middle. Now I will say the sport mode is actually very peppy and a bit fun when paired with the paddle shifters, and that's one of the pluses of having a traditional transmission with a hybrid setup as opposed to a CVT. So we'll give it a little pull here. And then as we come around this last curve, I'll try to slow it down and then give it a good one. And I'll use the paddles as well. All right, here we go. So pretty quick. And let's try out the adaptive cruise here just for a second. It's gonna be hard to do, but there it is there. And then lane centering's on here. And then I'm gonna get behind this vehicle. But overall, I think the sound acoustics in the cabin are decent. Now with this being a hybrid engine, when the gas engine cuts on, you can hear it. But it's pretty negligible, and the sound system here again is actually pretty good, so that probably won't bother you if you listen to podcasts or the radio or whatever. And just for the fuel economy, I feel like this is one of the greats that are left. It's pretty much this, the Camry, and the Accord I think still makes the hybrid, because all the American manufacturers have gotten rid of the cars. But if you're looking for one of these in your neck of the woods, make sure you hit that link below in the description. It takes a minute or two to fill out that information, and we can go ahead and get you the best price from local dealers in your area. But this one here is at Hyundai of Cool Springs if you're interested in this one in particular, and it's not too much of a travel for you. But just a good solid car from how it drives. And you get Hyundai's powertrain warranty, so if you're worried about the engine or transmission, you got a good while on those in terms of warranty. But pretty solid so far, and this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid SEL.